friends, hope you're having a good day. So today I just wanted to yap a little bit about how we can use certain emotions to really guide us on our journey. And I want to get into some of the spicy emotions that we don't really like. Like the word envy and jealousy. And I think it's kind of interesting how when we look at a normal response that most people have, all of us have had it in our life, is these moments where we see somebody who has something or who is doing something or is acting a certain way. Maybe it's just their energetic presence. And we kind of get like tight, we get like, sometimes people can get offended, sometimes people can get defensive. And it's kind of interesting when we actually look deeper into what envy and jealousy could be teaching us. It's really like a knock from our deeper self trying to tell us like, hey, that is actually something that we would love for ourselves or in our life in general. And hey, it is possible for us. We just have to put in the work. I recently came across somebody, I don't know them, we just crossed paths for a short period of time, but they told me this story how they actually saw somebody from their high school and they're in their 40s now. And he said, it made me feel, he said something along the lines like it made him feel like shit because he saw how good this person was doing in their life, whereas he feels like he's not doing as great as that other person was. And he was really bothered by that. And he was getting defensive about it. You can feel this like defensive energy come up. Like, oh, why does this guy have it so good and not me? And I've been guilty of that in my life. The self-victim mentality, like, why do they have it so good? Why can't I have it so easy? And truly that does nothing for us, right? That those type of emotions are only going to put us further down the hole, further down the pit, and it's just going to be a whole other spiral that we're going to have to like find our way out of. So when we look deeper into these emotions of jealousy and envy, for example, it's these knocks from our inner calling that we can actually give thanks for instead of getting defensive or bothered or closed up in our limitations. Because that's, for some reason, that's our regular, normal response half the time. Maybe it's just something that we've been taught, society has taught us. But with learning how to hold space for ourselves, we learn how to hold space for other people. And allowing ourselves to take a more positive approach to this moment that we're having, it's actually going to amplify our growth and help guide us into saying like, okay, so this person is working out, I am feeling jealous of their body, holy shit. Okay, well that's possible for you, but are you willing to do the work? Okay, that person has a higher paying job and you hate your job. Are you going to take the effort to try to figure it out? Or are you going to stay at your current job and complain? You know what I'm saying? Like, with what we want in life, it's going to trigger us because it's going to require work. It's going to require growth, like growing pains. It's going to require taking a path we are not familiar with, and because it's not familiar, we have to get out of our comfort zone. And because we're getting out of our comfort zone, we're getting, we don't like it. So it's easier to feel angry, get into the self-victim mentality, and all those other emotions that can come with jealousy and envy, and can that can tie into hate, that can tie into getting depressed because you want something for yourself, but because you're not doing the actions to prove to yourself that you can do it, you're getting stuck in this puddle. So sometimes it's not to sugarcoat it, but like, we can be our greatest enemy sometimes. We can be our greatest block. So yeah, and if we do end up in these blocks, it's important to be easy on ourselves because it's normal. It's nothing to like point your finger down at yourself and be like, oh, what's the point? Like, you're not a failure. You're exactly where you need to be. And finding out moments that you need to, like, finding things we have to work on within ourselves is, I think, a pretty freaking cool thing. Because that means we're doing the right thing and we have awareness. And if we have awareness, well, you're already ahead of most, right? So, but with that, if we get stuck in the loops, it's important to have expanders in your life, whether that's through online videos, friends, putting yourself in new environments. It's really important to expand yourself with what's healthy. What I mean by that, let's use the example again of the person that you see working out. And I can use myself as an example. I am following and watching more healthy food videos on YouTube and workout videos. And naturally, I am feeling more inspired to take those steps that I have been struggling with. So, and that goes for anything, okay? So someone has a better job. You don't have to do it the way they did it. That's so important for us to remember too during this whole gap. We do not have to do it the exact same way other people have done it. So if you feel like I don't have the resources that they have, I have to do it differently, or the way I have to do it is going to require 20 or 30 more steps than that other person has had to take, that's okay. The reward is worth it, and you deserve to see yourself get that reward. So take those 30 extra steps, you know? So use your expanders and remind yourselves that it is possible and that you will have to find your own way through it, but anything is possible. And yeah, like, I think it's pretty cool how we can use these two very common emotions that we approach very regularly in our life. And you know, even like when other people put those energies towards us, not to take it so personally. Yeah, don't give an F about what people are saying or thinking, or, you know, just focus on what you want. Use these triggering moments as a compass point and anchor down into your expanders and getting yourself into the environment that you want to get into, and it's going to take time. It might take a year, it might take 2. You might be living somewhere that you want to get out of. Maybe, I don't know why I'm saying this, we're yapping, but if anyone needs to hear, maybe you're living somewhere you don't want to live. That does not stop you from being able to take steps that you want to take to achieve your dreams. Stay focused. I've been in similar situations. I focused in on my bedroom. I had a boring ass life. I love it simple, but you know what I mean. And you focus and you do the steps you can take. And when you can, there's going to be options. And when these options come, you're going to be ready to take them. And if you're not, that's okay. That's another moment of learning. So, right? Disappointment, emotions of disappointment. okay, what is that emotion telling us? Is it because we're disappointed in someone else? Okay, we break that down into how we want to be respected as a human being. Yada, 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 yada. Goes on and on and on and on with every single emotion we feel. So, yeah. I don't really know what else to say. Maybe that's it for this YouTube message. But I hope we're all having a good time out there on our journeys, and it can feel pretty overwhelming sometimes. So yeah, I'm just sending my love to all of you guys, and yeah, don't give up, and don't for a moment, don't you dare think that anything you see that you want in something else is not possible for you, because it is. And what's even more special with that is that you got your own ingredients to make it your own. It's going to look different and unique, and it's going to fit you a lot better than what their version is going to feel like for you, you know? Find your own way into it. But yeah, everyone, much love, and goodbye for now.